The beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the LA Chargers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Amari and Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
10 more yards. That's another Chargers 1st down.
Ready.
Back to Hampton on 1st down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Chargers.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
Set. Go, let's go. Set.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Rondé Gadsden from 4 yards out. And the Chargers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing. Love. Over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the ready. Come on, set. Yellow, 22, ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Wait. Here we go. 60 red. Cut.
Love looking to throw it. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jordan Love scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a nice job of working his way up and down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. McConkey. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, but I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Set, go.
Here's Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Denzel Berryman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, this is a great play right here by a very versatile linebacker. It's a zone defense, so he's responsible for one area of the field. And Brandon, I don't think the quarterback ever saw him. Or if he did, he saw him too late because he snuck into a great position there to pick that one off.
On 1st down, hits Hampton.
And he is going to lose yardage here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 42.
A run once more with Hampton.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Home trips right. Wide A, wide A, hot.
Herbert now. They'll set up the screen to Hampton.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Omarion Hampton,
23 yards for the touchdown.
and the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No no surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Let's go.
Love will sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. To throw now. Here's Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Love now. A short throw to Musgrave. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display to the right side and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And the Chargers first down.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now it's Herbert. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
At the 29-yard line.
Hey, ram. Set, go.
On the give, this is Hampton. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. Touchdown! Rondé Gadsden, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this fourth quarter. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now. They've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Packers 14. Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10.
Come on,
Love from the gun. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Chargers 28. Packers 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
The 38-yard line.
Again, it's Hampton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first down, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll toss right side to Hampton. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
Herbert now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. This is 1st and 10.
Cluster, 6, 50, grip, cut.
Love looking to throw it. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Ready.
Now Love. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Okay.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Ready.
Here's Love. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now McManus for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute, as the kick's away here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Just more of the same here. That's back-to-back catches for him to start the drive. They've looked his way quite a bit, and with good reason, as this duo picks up yet another 1st down.
Herbert. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Herbert to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Here we go. Ready?
Love looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the
So
Chargers.
advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime, and you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Now Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
And in this day and age, I would love to play quarterback in the NFL. Wide open offenses, acrobatic receivers. If you're accurate, you're going to have days like this.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
He gets this to Hampton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
12. Ready.
Herbert going to throw. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
18 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
25 yards, the touchdown run. With that run, going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
Hey, Ray. Hey, count.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and it certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started.